They used to say that the early bird gets the worm, but this isn't always the metric or the path to success. Usama, I want to talk about that parable you mentioned to me earlier. Can you talk about it a bit for our viewers?
Sure. Hello, Sam. Hello, everyone. So many years ago, I went to a session, I think it was out of Kellogg School of Business, and there was this motivational speaker that was basically telling us a story about a guy out of Ohio that wanted to have a new life. He wanted to create a new life. He wanted to switch everything he's doing. And so what he did is he sold all his belongings, sold his house, put whatever he needed in his car, and he headed out to Oregon because he wanted to become a lumberjack. That is it. He thought, look, I want to be out there in the woods. I want to be on the mountains. I want to cut trees. This is all I want. And so he got to Oregon and he started going one mill to the other, asking for a job. And each and every one of them was like, you don't have any experience. We're not going to hire you. But he kept at it until finally one guy said, you know what? I'm going to give you a chance. Here's an axe. We start at 7 a.m. We stop at 5 p.m. Let's see what you can do. Guy was super excited. He woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, drank his coffee, got ready, headed out with all the other lumberjacks, and he started cutting them trees. And at the end of the day, he cut 18 trees. And he was so proud because he won first prize. And he was like, wow, I made it. I did it. This was exactly what I wanted to do. Next day at night, actually, he was thinking about, well, how can I repeat that? So I was thinking maybe I should wake up a little bit earlier. So he woke up at 5:30, drank his coffee, got ready, and he left a little bit earlier. He left at 6:30. And he started cutting them trees, and he was even doing it harder than the first day. The weird part is that he only cut 13 trees that day, and he didn't win the prize. So he was kind of like taken aback, like what happened? So he thought about it that night. He actually could barely sleep. Thought about it and said, let me wake up at 5 a.m. So he woke up at 5 a.m., got ready at 5:30, headed out. He's like, look, an hour and a half head start. I should be able to cut more trees than everyone else. And he started cutting and cutting. His hands were bloodied at the end of the day because he worked really hard at it. But he only cut 8 trees. And now he's mad. He's mad. He's disappointed. It's a failure. He feels like he was the least out of all his teammates. So he went back to the manager, put the axe on the table and said, you know what? I'm not cut out for this. And the manager said, well, what happened to that guy that walked in 3 days ago and said, this is his life purpose. This is all he wants to do. What happened to that guy? And he said, well, I guess I'm not that guy. And as he's walking away, the manager picks up that axe, looks at it. He goes, wow, this is the dullest axe I've ever seen in my life. Have you been sharpening it at night, every night? And that's it.
So effort wasn't really his problem. He had more of it every single day. That he had earlier starts, the same swings. He poured all of it into a blade that got worse with every hour. More effort, which meant duller axe, which meant fewer trees.
Agreed. And I think in IT departments, a lot of time we say, well, did you read up about it? Did you research it? And I get the answer, well, I was busy cutting trees or I was busy doing the work. We have a lot of reasons and excuses to do it. But I think things are changing. Like one of the issues that are coming up is research saying at the end of the day, our work schedule is going to be maybe 2-3 hours of actual work, but we're going to have 4 or 5 hours improving ourselves. Studying, reading, researching, thinking, judging, etc. And so in order to really do that, the idea of putting more effort, I don't think it's going to cut it anymore. It's a change.
So I know this looks different for everyone, but Usama, what does sharpening the axe look like for you specifically?
Well, so for me specifically, I like to go to seminars. I like to study, to certify. I like to listen to books, even read research papers, etc. Because I feel like these are all new tools that I can add in my toolkit. And whenever I'm dealing with a problem, instead of dealing with it one way, I have many more tools that allows me to take different angles, different solutions, different perspectives.
Well, thank you so much, Usama, and thanks to those watching. Don't forget to sharpen your axe, and we'll see you next time on Bits.